You're listening to Rocket Night.
Are you ready? Hey, tonight I'm gonna take you on a little trip. We're going down south by the mighty Mississippi. I'm gonna take you to a place where lights never dim. Bring your mother, your brother, and your best friend. I'm gonna show you where they dance out in the street. They'll tell you all about your body heat. I'm not gonna talk about it, just gonna do it. Get on down, it can feel up good. Get on down.
This is the Rocket Night podcast. How you doing? Tampa Earl hanging out with you on hopefully a nice day for you. This is one of the newest bands that has come out that has really caught my attention, and they're somebody that you should know about too. The band is called Shallow Side. We've got their singer, Eric Boatright, with us. Eric, how are you doing?
Doing awesome, man. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Oh, it's great to have you here because we'll get to it in a little bit because your new song is just utterly fantastic. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, what I'd like you to do is tell us a little bit about the band. How do four guys get together in Alabama to form a rock and roll band?
Well, you got two choices in Alabama. Either you go to church or you start making rock and roll music. And well, here we are making rock and roll music. That's just how that worked out. No, where we're from, there wasn't a whole bunch of stuff to do. I tell this story as we travel the country playing music. Where we're from, we came from a dry county, so like they recently legalized the sale of alcohol. So, which is a strange concept to think about, while the rest of the country is legalizing marijuana. Where we're from, we just got past prohibition. So it's a little different to say like, what else would you do other than play some rock and roll music? You know, that's exactly what we did do. So it was, four random guys, four friends that had grown up together and known each other at the beginning, and it was fun. It was adventurous. We had no clue what we were doing, and we were losing our minds at all ends of the race and having a great time doing it. And then as the time passed, it turned more into less of a hobby and more of like, I need this. Damn it, I want this. Like, this is for me. This is built for me. Like, I'm built for this stuff right here. Mm-hmm. And slowly but surely, we just started becoming one with the ship. And like on Pirates of the Caribbean, when you see some of the sailors just start turning into the boat right there. That's what we've done. And it went from a shed to people's back porches. My porch in particular, on one time when my parents had left for vacation, which I'll never forget that punishment. But to tiny, to bars, to house parties, to venues, and now we went from playing on the back porch of Bug Tussle, Alabama, to playing several sold out concert halls across America, which is pretty freaking fantastic. Yeah. It shouldn't have happened, but here we are.
You don't envision that, that's for sure. You start out saying, hey, we're going to have some fun with this, and all of a sudden now you're playing in front of 20,000 people.
Everywhere you go, and it's an amazing experience, man. We're blessed to be here.
Yeah, definitely. Now, just as you were getting things were starting to really work for Shallow Side, the pandemic hit. How did that impact you and the band's efforts when you were really at a critical point for making it, even further into the business?
Yeah, so you always hear about the 10,000 hour rule, right?
Yeah.
You become a professional. I guess society deems you a professional, or maybe your skill set has been, logged in enough hours. 10,000 hours is the cutoff time for you to become like kind of a professional. Well, we've spent a significant amount of time on the road, and our band first started in 2010. We were on a full tour in 2011, which is a completely different story, and it's I can dive down that rabbit hole at a different time. But we really just put in so much time, so much effort, developed so hard, and it went from like, man, I'm being honest when I say this, like kids from the trailer park to these guys that were rolling around in a Prevos with this label and doing great things, unimaginable things from our humble beginnings. And we're looking good. We're getting ready to release our first full length album titled Saints and Sinners. This is going to be the first one, the big one for us, right? And then COVID hit, and as we released that thing in 2019, about the summertime, everything started to retract. Everything started to go back the other way. The venue owners were scared to have people come in and play and advertise. And if you weren't with the status quo, you got social media pushing an agenda against you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and not to get on one side of the field or the other. I'm just saying that was the ball field that we were playing on.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you go from every night, playing your show and playing your music and being loud and proud about that to like sit down and shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a really difficult thing. And it wasn't, so much of a authoritarian sit down and shut up. But it was more like you can't go play at these bars because like they're not there. They're so, and most of them closed. A lot of friends lost their business off of that stuff. And I consider us very fortunate in those specific time frames to be able to continuously capture an audience and entertain a crowd in a trying time where face-to-face interactions wasn't possible. We continued to figure out a way to work. And now that we've seen all these things lifted and life is coming back to fruition, we're still alive. And we're looking at, we're like, there's so many bands, so many friends, so many bars, so many venues, entertainment, even entertainment lawyers, all the way up to the where people we felt like don't need to make money stop making money, and they just jumped out of the business. They're like, we can't continue to do this. I can't buy eggs at this price. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
So,
really.
So that's where like we've seen everything from A to B, and we've just been blessed and fortunate to stand out on the other side of this fence, looking with our eyes just above the water, literally the shallow side, just like, we're doing it. They're still in here.
Well, Shallow Side now has gotten a great deal of attention for the cover you did of Styx's Renegade. What drew you to that song, and how did you get the band's signature sound into that classic to make it your own? I mean, that was one of the things that impressed me, to be honest, was that you took something that people like, oh yeah, that again, and you really made it your own.
Yeah, man. We had a lot of fun with that one. That was an exciting time. We were actually recording our what would have become then at our third EP. We were in Framingham, Massachusetts, and we were with Red 13 Studio, hanging out with our boys over there. Shout out to those dudes. But we're recording, we're writing, we're having a great time, and we're kind of like at the end of the recording cycle, looking around at like 10, 12 songs, and we're like, we need something else. We need something. What's it going to be? What do you want to do? You want to do like a Bruno Mars cover? What are you thinking? You guys want to go and find some old blues? You want to find like an old metal song and bring it to life, and like faintly in the background, just, oh mama, I can hear. There's a radio playing in the background, and I'm like, man, it's got to be some harmonies like that right there. You know what I mean? Like a classic song, something like when you hear it immediately, as soon as it drops, it's just what it is, and then we're all just sitting there staring like. That's the one. It's that one. That's the one we're talking about, that song right there. Fast forward, we're jamming this thing, putting it all together, falling in love with it like it's a brand new song. And we actually had a phone call from their publicist, and they're like, "Hey, we've got the band on the phone over here. They want to talk to you." So I'm sweating bullets, right? I'm freaking out. And No, Tommy Shaw jumps on the line and he's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to, give you two thumbs up and let you know that, man, we checked out the song and we're really digging this thing. I'm sweating bullets over here thinking he's about to fire me. He's about to take this job away from me right now." Super awesome people, extremely talented individuals, and come to find out, Tommy's actually from Montgomery, Alabama. So like the band is from, Chicago and had formed there, but and he was a writer on that song, which is a very interesting thing if you look in hindsight or the depth of a story. A Chicago band, world renowned, I would say, an incredible titan to the industry, picks up an absolute legend from Alabama. Fast forward, 25, 30 years. I'm not sure what the math is. I did have that public education from Alabama, but Alabama band turns around and does it again, and it still rings true, man, for so many reasons. The atmosphere of the song, the guitar licks to the song, the harmonies to the songs, the lyrics to the song. There's no wonder why that song was so great and that band is so awesome. And we just brought them into the new age.
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the Lord. Lord, man, he's putting into my running, and I'm so far from my home. Oh, mama, I can hear you crying, you're so scared and all alone. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. The jig is up and news is out, they finally found me. The renegade who had it made, retreat for a bounty. Never more to go astray, this will be the end today of the wanted man. Oh mama, I've been years on the lam, and got a high price on my head. Oh man, she get him dead or alive, now it's for sure you'll see and show me who you really are. I've watched your secrets and band-aids. Never mind the tattoos covering your heart. When you speak, just speak directly. When you want, just point it out. When you come, just come correctly. There's no time that's running out. Why not live right for the edge? There's no one stopping us now. Makes no difference. Existing is a disease. Jury, the table is round. Oh, and it makes no difference. All eyes are set up on you. A choice, move forward, follow your path. Patience is not a virtue. There's a chance and nothing's following that. When you speak, just speak directly. When you want, just point it out. When you come, just come correctly. There's no time that's running out. Why not live right for the edge? There's no one stopping us now. Makes no difference. Existing is a disease. Jury, the table is round. Oh, and it makes no difference. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. When you speak, just speak directly. When you want, just point it out. When you come, just come correctly. There's no time that's running out. Why not live right for the edge? There's no one stopping us now. Makes no difference. Existing is a disease. Jury, the table is round. Oh, and it makes no difference. Just tell me your Tell me I'd like to see you naked. Tell me I'd like to see you strip down and show me who you really are.
Sound the Alarm now was one of the first breakthroughs for the band in 2019. What was your experiences like recording that debut album?
It was incredible. We did that one in Orlando, Florida, with the incredible Elvis Basquet down there. It was a phenomenal experience, man. What a talented human to work with and be around, and get to witness his team and get to dive into their experience. I guess amongst all of them working together, they have several hundred gold plaques, platinum albums sitting all around the house, laying about like cigarette trays, because they're just so abundant over there. They do an incredible job. But being a part of that experience, it developed a brand new maturity, I feel like, in myself, as far as becoming a writer and a front man for a rock and roll band. Before that, it was more of quantity, 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 and after that, it's been all about the quality, like more and more quality. I prefer the more the quality. But Sound the Alarm came out, and like we were saying earlier, COVID dropped. Like so like the world leaders was like, Shallow Side's got a brand new album out, and the song is doing great. Now's our chance to really shut them down. Let's just just turn the world off real quick, and not allow this to happen. We were blessed to have so much of our fan base stick in and hang out and make that song as great as it was. And like I was saying earlier, as we did the song with Renegade with Red 13, we actually shot the music video for Sound the Alarm with the same guys in Framingham, Mass with Sound the Alarm. So it all ties together, man. We've built a family.
Definitely. Oh, now you've got an outstanding track out right now. I mean, this song has really taken off. What is The Worst Kind about, and what does it mean to you particularly?
It's about the wits end. That's what the song is about. It's about just being at your wits end. Um, when you get to a point of relationship or conversation or litigation, mitigation, all the Asians, you get to understanding that either you will find a mutual agreement, agree to disagree, or you just have to move on. And sometimes people will just continue to linger, even though the moment is past. And the worst thing that you can take away from someone is their time. Telling someone that you'll be, saying that you will do, and then you end up just not. That's the worst possible scenario. It's not the person that shows up and tries. They tried. You can't hold down a man for making an attempt. We all are making the attempt to continue to try every day. It's the person that says they're trying and they ain't doing shit about it. And that's an unforgivable act in my opinion. And that's it. And the chorus starts off with, I can't forgive you for doing me like that. Taking the one thing that I can't get back. It's the time. It's the saying that you are doing so and you're not. And you hold down a team by doing that, and all songs I feel like are left for interpretation. That's how I feel about it. I've heard a lot of people take it personal in their own relationships, and I've heard people take it into consideration that like this was their boss type of situation, where you've wasted it, maybe a partnership or a friendship, a relationship, what have you. But I think that's why it's been received well, is because maybe even recently we've all been at our wits end and burned enough times. And now with the information flowing so freely, we've all kind of had this awakening to, I don't have to deal with that anymore. I don't got to put up with that. I don't got to. I'm not a part of it. And a matter of fact, I'm just going to turn it off. And that's where that song comes into play.
Yeah. So far now, this is a standalone single. Do we have a full-fledged CD in the works? How
I
about
got
touring? How about touring?
bangers. We got
What?
a whole gang of bangers coming out. Yeah, we got a plethora of music sitting in the stalls waiting around the edge just to see, what we got going on next. We don't, fortunately for us, we don't live in an album-based market where we have to, go in and record 45 songs and pick 5 that we like, go and record another 100 and pick 4 more. We live in a market where we can create, develop, and become the artist that we want to be. We live in an awesome time to be an artist. And I think that's what the approach that we're going to take is more of creation, development, and thought into our next piece of art.
That's what I hear a lot from young artists and artists that are coming out nowadays, is that they aren't tied down to that album-based theory. They can release a song every couple of months and keep people's interests. That certainly helps you guys out as far as staying on the scene.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there is no better feeling that I've had as an artist to go in and sit down for a month, create an entire body of work, and then put it out as an entire body of work. But we don't particularly live in the age and demographic of I need a full length album with the one single. People want to hear the story. They want to watch the story develop. They want to be a part of the story. And that's not me coming from expert advice. That's me as a fan. Like that's what I enjoy too. listening to these bands come out and they're rocking, 3 or 4 singles now, 5 and 6 singles before they put out their, 10-track album. You got you got to hear the whole damn thing before it was even released, and now you get bonus tracks for it.
That's definitely the way it's become now. We've been talking to Eric Boatright, the vocalist and leader of Shallow Side. Eric, we thank you for your time. We're going to get into the worst kind right now. So with that, we're going to say thanks for your time, and hopefully we'll be seeing you further down the road. Maybe some of these festivals going on, maybe some more new music in the near future.
Looking forward to it, man. Thank you for having me on here. I appreciate you, brother.
I've tried to, but without warning, I saw the other side. Thought I knew all of your dirty secrets, till I find out that I'm not the deepest one. I'm tired and wounded. It's over. I'll prove it. Now I can't forgive you for doing me like that. You've taken the one thing that I can't get back. Now I can't forgive you for doing me like that. You've taken the one thing that I can't get back. I don't care if you're sorry, it's too late to take it back. It's not the first time, 'cause you're the worst kind. I know you're only holding on to by me, showing just enough love to blind me. 'Cause you're the worst kind. Yeah, you're the worst kind. You're the worst kind. I'm tired and wounded. It's over. Now I can't forgive you for doing me like that. You've taken the one thing that I can't get back. I don't care if you're sorry, it's too late to take it back. It's not the first time, 'cause you're the worst kind. Now I can't forgive you for doing me like that. You've taken the one thing that I can't get back. I don't care if you're sorry, it's too late to take it back. It's not the first time, 'cause you're the worst kind. It's too late to take it back. 'Cause you're the worst kind. We've been swimming through muddy waters. They say there's a mountain of gold around the bend. The tides are rising, storms are getting stronger. I haven't forgiven myself yet. I tell you the truth, but the truth isn't you wouldn't bother. A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. Ooh, I wasn't born swimming through muddy waters. Oh, I wasn't born to be a follower. I've given all God except my name and place in history. I know I've learned by now there's no saving grace. You got to carve your own way. I've given all God except my name and place in history. I know I've learned by now there's no saving grace. You've got to carve your own way down for your revival.
You're listening to Rock at Night.
The introductory song, Get On Down, is from blues artist Billy Bass Alford. Look for his music at ReverbNation.com.